Wherefore, Series 2, Episode 11. There are always so many extra things Sabrina needs to learn in order for her to achieve the things Amergin requires. Lockdown is a blessing in this regard. She needs stealth magic to get to the house, ways to pass unnoticed, ways to move larger objects for him. She needs protective magic to hide her activities from other wizards. They would no doubt try and stop her if they knew what she was doing. It is necessary to both hide things from Tim and keep him enthralled so that she can have ongoing access to the house. And really it would be better if the house recognised her as entitled to be there so that access does not depend on Tim's goodwill. Sabrina discovers she has a real talent for playing the innocent. She's never tested it outside school before. There is a knack to asking just the right questions, to frowning and saying, "That's a bit beyond me, Amergin, I'm sorry. I don't know how I'd pull that off," and looking a little bit sad. Then it is a question of being impressed by his solutions, his knowledge, delighted by his teachings, wide-eyed and harmless. As a consequence, Amergin is still trapped behind the mirror, although he eats a lot better than he used to. Sabrina is sweet and pretty and so young and inexperienced. Amergin knows himself to be wise and wily and very good at taking advantage of pretty young women with a penchant for magic. As a consequence, it never occurs to him to think that he is being outplayed. Sabrina is a fast learner when she wants to be. She does not have dazzling grades at school because nothing has ever inspired her to make much effort. Not until now. She has, however, developed a dazzling array of skills for hiding her innate cleverness, so that no one expects too much of her. She is socially adept, charming in a ditzy, harmless sort of way, lively, and interested enough to be appealing. But no one thinks she is fast or sharp. She knows exactly when to produce a puzzled face so that the details are explained to her again, then she follows through with gratitude, a small comment about how slow she can be. Sabrina gets what she wants, gets to avoid whatever she cannot be bothered with, while giving the impression of being adorable. Manipulation is her superpower, and she has Amergin all figured out. Amergin explains that there isn't a through-the-looking-glass world. He's in a trap that was set up specifically for him. He has many enemies, he says, including other wizards and assorted supernatural beings. He has no idea who is responsible. He tries to convey that this has all happened because he is a rebel, a rule breaker, the Robin Hood of the wizarding world. He's Sirius Black. He's Batman. He's the good guy who has been framed, and he chucks around a lot of old pop culture references that mean little to her. But she gets the gist and nods sympathetically. There is so much to learn in order to break Amergin out of his prison. He's not even sure how to do it, so no wonder a raw and untrained girl needs a lot of time to develop the necessary skills. A month or so into the apprenticeship, and it does not feel to him as though much progress has been made. Winklepicker knocks and immediately sticks her head around the door. They've had to figure out some very subtle magic to make things look normal when this happens. "You're right up here, then you get bored." Winklepicker is suspicious, but has also bought into the idea that Sabrina is a pretty little airhead. "Oh, I just like the quiet," Sabrina says. "It's always so much background noise at home, and this maths is so hard." She shakes her head over the homework she is pretending to work on. "It takes me forever," she says ruefully, "but it is nice to be able to hear myself think." "Well, don't overdo it," Winklepicker says. She casts an eye around the room. Something is definitely off, but she can't quite see what. But then everything Amergin did seems a bit off to her. Little wonder if there is some remnant of that haunting his bedroom. Also, she does not like Sabrina. The girl is too eager to please and too reluctant to apply herself to anything much. Winklepicker prefers girls with a bit more backbone, ambition, and self-determination. This is amusing because she has entirely failed to see these qualities beneath Sabrina's carefully constructed veneer. There is a dramatic banging noise from downstairs as though a large, enraged creature has suddenly found itself trapped in the living room. Winklepicker grimaces and mutters. "Oh dear," says Sabrina, doing her best wide-eyed look. "Do you think he's done it again?" "Sounds like it," Winklepicker says. "Stay up here until I give you the all clear." She leaves, heading downstairs and into the audible fray. "She's gone," Sabrina says to the mirror. If they sit very close to the glass, they can hear each other talking. This alone took more than a week to achieve. "Tim again?" Amergin asks. "Something big, by the sounds of it," Sabrina says. There's a lot of banging, bellowing and shouting going on beneath them. "He doesn't mean to," she adds, smiling sympathetically. "The first few times were deliberate, but I don't think he's really in charge anymore. They just come through. He did try and explain it to me, but it's all very confusing. I think the ice is a lot bigger and a lot older than him, and I don't think he can control it as well as he thinks he can." "Evidently not," says Amergin. "You're right, though. Clever girl. And it is so important to know your own limits." Sabrina smiles like she's just been praised, but she is thinking what a patronising arsehole he is and how he is in no position to comment on anyone else misjudging their limits. "What we need to do is make the mirror permeable without losing the reflection and destroying this pocket reality while I'm still trapped in it," he says. "That's complicated," Sabrina says, nodding. "Doesn't help that I don't really know anything at all about pocket realities, much less how to keep one stable." She sighs and looks defeated. "Well, that would be the next logical step, to teach you how to handle all of that, if you are willing." "I'll do my best," Sabrina says, striking a perfect balance of sincerity and nervousness. She will get him to teach her a good deal more before leaving the mirror is any kind of option for him.